Welcome to this Pilates upper body and abs session. So today what you're going to need is a variety of weights. I have a pair of 3 pounds, a pair of 5 pounds, and a pair of 8 pounds. You can probably do anything from 1 pound up to 10 pounds. And if you don't have as many increments, if you have wrist weights or ankle weights, you can always put those on to add like a pound or two to get you in between those increments. So let's get started on our hands and knees. Actually, I'm going to grab my 3 pounds, just putting them outside of my hands. We'll start with just a little quadruped arm leg reach to start. So hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Transfer the weight to your left hand. Reach your right arm out nice and long. Left leg reaches out. Pause here for a second. And then we're going to touch elbow to knee, reaching out. Elbow to knee, reaching out. Start inhaling. Inhale as you reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Core is engaged. So that means our belly button is drawn in, but our stomach is tight as if somebody was going to punch you, or like when you're going to cough and it kind of clenches. That's what we want. Just 2 more on this side. This is a little warm up. Last one. Lower that hand and knee. Readjust. Transfer the weight to your right hand. Left arm reaches. Right leg reaches. Same thing. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Inhale. Reaching nice and long. Start waking up the muscles in your body, lengthening through the spine and your joints. We've got 4, 3, you got it, 2, nice and long, last one. Give my wrists just a little break. Okay, so now we're going to add our weights in. You can do 3 pounds or 5 pounds, anything kind of light-ish. Again, kind of still a warm-up. So I'm going to go back to weight on my left hand. I'm going to hold my weight with my right hand. Left leg reaches out. And now what we're going to do, palm's going to face the ceiling of our right hand, the hand holding the weight, reaching, and then again kind of tucking it in. So it's the same move. Now it's just we're holding some weight, waking up our bicep a little bit more in our shoulder, back, and our core is obviously working a little bit harder now. So keep thinking chest and hips are square to the mat. We're not leaning to one side. Just 3 more. 2 and 1. And then placing that weight down, we're just going to do the other side. So weight comes to your right hand, transfer like your body weight to your right hand. Your little weight's going to sit in your left hand. Right leg reaches out, left arm reaches out, and then tucking it in. Neck is long, and you're looking straight down. Reaching that leg high and long. Same with the arm. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, little break for our wrists. We're going to come onto our side for some shoulder work. So I'm going to bring a 5 pound, because I'll start on this side. Since all my weights are on this side, I'll start on this side. So have your weights nearby. I'm going to come down to my left shoulder. Otherwise, you can just fully lie on your left side if you want. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder work here. So I'm going to have my 5 pound weight to start. My 3 pounds is going to be close by because I might have to drop the weight. So I have my arm at about a 45-degree angle from my body, or it's kind of like perpendicular to my body. Palm is face down, and then all we're going to do is lift our arm up, lower down. Try not to like tap or drop the weight down. If you can just hover it, keeping that muscle under tension. So, as I said, another option is just lying down here. Same idea, lifting up and lowering. Just depends if you like being up on your shoulder or not. And today what we're doing, I'm just gonna come back up, to keep it in our shoulder more than our back, is we're trying to keep our shoulder blades and our back still. I mean, our shoulder blades are going to move, but I'm not thinking like in the past when we've done back work, we've kind of brought our shoulder blades back towards our spine and we're doing this kind of move. Today, it's just more of a straight arm up and down move to keep it in the shoulder. Using your breath. Okay, 2 more here. Woo. Last one. Okay, drop that weight down with carefully. Hold on to either less weight or no weight. So I'm just doing 3 pounds here. We're just going to do little arm circles. Nice and controlled movements. Thinking of my shoulder moving around my shoulder joint. Nice and smoothly. 2 more in this direction. Oh my God, it burns. I need a break. And then we are going to the other side. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Oh. We will do that on the other side. I already had swimming lessons with my son today, so lifting him up and lowering him like that, my arms are already kind of tired. That's my excuse. So coming onto the other side or just rolling over. Same idea. Palm is face down, arm is kind of perpendicular to your spine, and lifting and lowering. So perpendicular, what I mean is like basically my hand isn't down by my thigh here, and it's also not up forward. It's kind of straight out. So if you're up on your side like me, that core is also engaged to keep you, well, both ways, even if you're lying on the ground, to keep you from rolling backwards or forwards. If this is too much, bending your arm will make it a bit easier. My left arm is also my weaker arm. Okay, for 4, 3, 2, last 1. And then we have our circles. I'm going to come down for this one, I think. Grabbing that less weight or no weight, circling. I always recommend doing a weight because no weight is just kind of resisting gravity, which is some weight, but for 2, 1, okay, I need a break. We got it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come back this way because this is where my weights are. But grab your 8-pound weights, or your heaviest probably weights of the day. We're going to do some skull crushers. So bring your weights by your side and then carefully rolling back. You want to be safe with your neck and your spine when you're coming down with weights. So palms face each other, hands start over our elbows, which are over our shoulders, and then we're just bending at the elbow and straightening. Bending and straightening. My wrists are nice and firm, so not a lot of movement in my wrists. Really think of the backs of your arms doing the work, the triceps. We have a nice neutral spine, and we're staring straight ahead on the ceiling. And as always, try not to pause in either direction, really. Keep the muscle under tension to get to that fatigue where the growth happens. For 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower your weights down. We're going to keep working the triceps. So come to sitting on your bum. Hands can be, fingers can be pointed towards your bum, or they can be slightly outwards, whichever is best for your body and your anatomy. Going to lift up into our bridge position. Get comfortable here, and then bending at the elbows and straightening. So you can make this harder or easier the more you kind of use your torso and your butt. If you put most of the weight, if you really think of your arms doing the pressing and the lowering with control, you can feel it a lot more in your arms, versus if you are using your waist, like I can drop my waist and kind of lift my waist, that's going to be taking it out of my arms. Alternately, if this is just too much for you, bum can be on the mat and then leaning back and pressing up. Just since this is just a drop set, we already did our weights with our triceps, not too many here. For 3, 2, last 1. Lower your bum down. We're going to come onto our backs on the mat, and I'm going to grab a 5-pound weight. So we're going to do a little bit of weighted abs today. So just holding the weight in our hands for a little warm up. My legs are in tabletop. I have a neutral spine. I'm going to lower my arms over my head, keeping my neutral spine. So my ribs are staying knit down, and I'm not arching my back or flattening my back. And then arms come back up. So just doing this is working our core to keep this neutral spine. Inhaling to reach, exhaling to come back. Inhaling to reach, exhaling up. Okay, if you want to add on, we're going to still reach back. Bring your arms up over your chest. Now you can lift your head and do a little crunch. Lower your head with control, reach arms. Arms come up first, then head, neck, and shoulders for your reach. Because we don't want to be just swinging the weight and using our momentum for our crunch. We really want to think of our core muscles. And as I always talk about, our core is like that accordion. So it's kind of opening as we reach. And then as we crunch up, we're thinking bottom ribs towards pubic bone. One more like this, then we can add on again. So if you do want to make this a little bit harder, arms and legs reach far away. Coming up, reaching weight. You can do just one leg reaching at a time and alternating. If maybe 2 legs is too much for you. The lower, obviously, you reach your arms and legs, the harder it is. Using our breath. Check in with your jaw. Are you clenching? 2 more. Last one here. Make it your best one. Now we're going to stay with these little reaches. So we're just going to reach up and lower. Lifting my shoulder blades off the mat and then lowering back down. Think of reaching that weight towards the ceiling. For 3. And 2. Last one. You got it. Take a little breather. Okay. We're gonna do some leg drops side to side. Arms can be at a T or in a V. Don't need any weights for this. I have weights all over the place right now. I'm gonna try to find some room. So, neutral spine. Keep your shoulder blades and like your bra band area nailed to the mat as we do this. I'm going to drop both my knees to one side, but I'm not fully dropping them. Doing this nice and controlled. So I'm kind of rocking onto one butt cheek, my other butt cheek slightly lifted. Come back to center. Drop into the other, towards the other side. Back to center. So my range of motion is what I can do, keeping that bra band and shoulder blades nailed down. I'm really working those low core muscles, that kind of poochy area we always complain about. If this is too much, do just one knee drop, bring it in. Other knee drop, bring it in. Or make it a very tiny movement. We've got 4. You're looking at the ceiling straight ahead. 3. You got it. 2. Last one. And then we're going to go back to our arms. So you can rock yourself up. We're going to do some biceps. So again, grab your heaviest weight of the day. You can be standing or kneeling. I'm just going to kneel because, well, for the camera, but also we're not really going to be standing too much after this. So we're just going to warm up our biceps with some standard curls. So palms are facing forwards. And I am trying to, really all I'm moving is my elbows. My wrists are staying nice and still and strong. And I'm not swinging my arms. So if you're looking, you can see my elbow is kind of staying fixed, pointed kind of by my side here. So I'm not like swinging my arms back, and I'm also not swinging my elbows forward. I'm trying to kind of keep them pointed down towards the mat. We've got 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to switch my weights now. Grabbing my 5 pounds. Arms come out to the side, kind of like a W here. And I'm reaching out to a V, back in like a W. V to W. Using our breath. Check in with your spine. So as we do this, as always, we want to have that neutral spine. So I have just like the natural curvature of my low back, but I'm not like leaning out. I'm also not like hunching, you know, really trying, using my core to keep my spine in that neutral position, just so we don't have any future back problems. For 3, 2, and 1. Lowering those weights now, grabbing my lightest, my 3 pounds. Arms are coming up to a T, bending in and straightening. Maybe I could have done 5s with this. Oh well. If this is too much, keeping your arms up at shoulder height, obviously just lower them down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Drop those weights for just a second, or just for a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of planking core. So I am going to give my wrists a little bit of a break for right now and do some forearms. So this is going to be kind of shoulders, upper back as well. So I'm going to have my hands just like lightly clasped. So you don't have to, you can just have fists. Coming into our plank position. And then what we're going to do is kind of press through our arms, piking our hips up, and then flowing back to our plank. So pause for a second in your plank, press your hips up, using your arms to kind of press. That's where that shoulder and upper back comes in. Pause here for a second, and then back. When you come up to your pike, you can bend your knees if you need to. And when you come to your pike, you're kind of looking through your feet because we want our neck to just be kind of loose. We don't want to be kind of trying to reach our neck in the opposite direction again, creating back issues later on. Really feel your shoulders and upper back, a little bit of chest as well. And obviously core. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop your knees down, take a second. You can do a child's pose if you want. I'm just going to come up, give my arms a little rest. We're going to do another move. So this one I am going to be on my hands, and I'll start on my knees to demo, and then I might move up. I'll probably move up to my feet. So hands about shoulder width apart. We're going to come onto, you can either go onto your feet right away or into your knee plank. Transfer the weight to your left hand. With your right hand, tap your left shoulder. Transfer the weight to your other hand and tap. So the hard part of this move is, I'm going to come up to my toes now, keeping relatively quiet through your body. So it's really easy to kind of rock side to side and be all crazy. Hard part, nice and controlled. Hips are quiet. Knees are quiet. Feet. Use their breath. Neck is long. You're looking down between your hands. If you need to walk your feet out wider, sometimes that helps. Well, actually, definitely helps. Not sometimes, always. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Carefully lower down. Little child's pose stretch here. Okay, we're coming back to our we're doing triceps up here, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna grab my 5 pounds, have your other weights nearby. You can be kind of hovering if you want, it's a little bit harder, a little bit more core, or you can just be sitting back on your butt. I'm gonna hover, a little core workout as well. So I have my spine in my neutral position. So I'm looking on the floor about 3 feet in front of me to have my nice long neck. So I'm not looking forwards and bending my neck. Arms out at my sides here. And then we're doing our tricep kickbacks. So what that means is, again, just my elbows are bending and straightening. The top part of my arm here is staying hopefully pretty parallel to the mat. So I'm not moving my shoulders at all. Really feel the backs of your arms doing the work. Have that core engaged to keep that neutral spine. So we're not like tucking our butt under, and we're also not arching like crazy. For 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, my son is waking up from his nap. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. That's okay, I'd only planned for 30 minutes anyways. Okay, dropping to my lighter weights. So same position to set up. Now we're gonna do straight arm press backs, and actually we'll do a reach forward as well. Reaching back and forward. So still looking on the floor, 3-ish feet in front of you to have that nice long neck. Feel the backs of the arms as you press back and your back muscles, and then feel the tops of your shoulders as you raise. For 2. And last one. Okay, final little pulses for the back side of our body, our back and our triceps. So now I'm just going to sit my butt down because we're going to do pulses. So I am reaching back behind me and just little lifts. Pulse, pulse. Feel like you are pressing the ceiling away. Turns on the backs of your arms and your back muscles. So you got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, let's do a little bit more biceps. Okay. Going to grab my heaviest weights again. I'm going to do hammer curls. So that is my palms are facing each other. And it's the same as our regular dumbbell curl, just palms are facing each other. And it's called a hammer curl. I guess it's like kind of like how you'd swing a hammer. Oh my God, I don't know if I've ever swung a hammer. So I don't know if that's embarrassing or not. I'm not much of a labor person. Hard labor, manual labor. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. Okay. Going to get our 5 pounds now. And I could probably do 8, but since we're just finishing up here, palms facing each other, I have starting at kind of 90-degree angles with my elbows, just reaching back to 90. Reach and 90. It's just kind of like framing your face. Well, fully reaching. Oh, here comes my dog. I don't know if she's coming on camera or not. She thinks she wants to go outside, but it is like, I don't know, I think it's still really cold out, like -10 or -15. So she actually doesn't want to go outside. For 4, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to finish lightest weights now. Now is when we're going to do our little arm circles to finish. You got it. Keep breathing. Think of your shoulders moving around your whole shoulder socket. Nice circles, so not jerky movements forwards or backs. For 3, oh my God, 2, 1. Okay, pause. For 3, 2, 1. Other direction. This is it. I'm going to just do a little bit of abs to finish. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Coming on to our forearms here for some core. So as I'm sitting in this position, my low back is not on the mat. I'm not just like relaxed fully down. My arms are still actually engaged here. I'm gonna lift our legs up to tabletop. Option 1, reaching one leg out, back in. Other leg out, back in. Option 2, both legs out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Chest is nice and open. We are staring over our knees, so our chin is off of our chest. For 4 here. I don't know if you can hear my hip popping. 3, last 2, last 1. Okay, we have one more move in that position. If you need a little break for your shoulders, your arms, you can take it. Coming back down. So I've got to finish this up because my son. So option 1, legs are out and higher is easier. So if your legs are up high, just do little ankle crosses here. A little bit harder is lowering your legs down. Harder than that is trying to cross at your thighs. So above the knee crossing. Hardest yet, going down, crossing, coming up, crossing. So we're moving our legs up and down. Staying lifted off that low back. Using our breath. This is it. This is our finisher. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, and rest. Okay, we did it. Got a good workout in, just as nap time's finishing. Okay, sitting up, I'm gonna cross one arm over, and then just reaching with the other arm. Now, relax this shoulder down. I see everybody go up here, and they're like, I'm stretching, I'm relaxed. No, chill, relax. Get that stretch. Other side, reach over, little stretch. You can push the walls away. If you want to open up your chest, you can. You can point your thumbs down. Little tricep stretch. And other side. And then we'll do a little bit of side bending. Start taking those nice, big, deep recovery breaths. Filling up your rib cage. Last one here. As always, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you liked this, what you want to see next. You can message me here. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all the places. If you haven't already liked or subscribed, please do that so I know that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.